vlogging up? I have to film with the phone. So our goal today is to do about 7 miles at just an easy pace, keep the heart rate under control. End up taking probably around 45, 50 minutes. Should be a good run. I don't know where we're gonna go though. Everywhere we go, silly. So.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's enough of that.
We got Mary Grace out here.
That's enough.
She's riding alongside. Thank you to everyone in the comment section that told her happy birthday.
That was very sweet.
Yeah. I don't think she's seen the comments yet.
No, I looked at them.
Tell me, baby.
Alright, so we're 5.1 miles in. It's probably the best I've felt on any of the runs this summer. It's just like coming so naturally. Everything just feels good. Heart rate feels like it's in the right area. I don't know, I'm just feeling good. We're still like a half mile away from the house. We already hit mile 7, so a little bit longer than I thought the route was, but it's fine. All right, 7.50 and 52 minutes. So yeah, I would say it feels pretty nice out here. It's kind of humid. As you can tell, I'm still drenched, but my body's finally getting used to it. I'll say it's a successful 7-mile run. I'm about to go inside, get some water, recover, maybe do some strides real quick actually. So I've been painting in here. Made it back to the house, alright, like a few hours ago. Literally like 6, 7, 8 hours ago. I just didn't vlog today. Just kind of chilled out, unpacked the bags, and yeah. I went to the gym earlier. I was like, I'm not bringing a camera to the gym. I just don't want to. But yeah, I'm about to go to bed. I'm just planning on waking up tomorrow, going for a little bit of a run. It's like midnight right now. I was just playing poker with my family, hanging out, not doing a whole lot. And also painted this canvas. Planning on putting a cowboy or bucking bronco or something on it, which I think would be cool. It'd be cool to kind of have something like that I can hang up in my room. But yeah, I'm just gonna paint and mess around with it, and hopefully it looks good. But I'm going to bed now. Alright, so I checked the workout schedule for the morning, and my coach has us doing a little bit of a threshold workout. Like 3, 4, 5, 3, something like that. So it's going to be like 12 minutes worth of threshold work, which isn't a ton. And I think that's just kind of the goal, is to get the heart rate up to threshold and kind of hold it there for a little bit of time. The rest is literally half the reps. So if we're doing a 4-minute rep, then the rest is 2 minutes. If we're doing a 5-minute rep, the rest is 2:30. If we're doing a 3-minute rep, the rest is 90 seconds. This isn't like a crazy workout. It's just something to get the heart rate up to threshold. The thing about the summer, like, you never want to struggle with a workout in the summer. Like that doesn't make any sense. You're just trying to build aerobic strength. So I took the dog out walking, and the dog just wanted to run. So I guess this is my warm up. I gotta start my watch. All right. Watch has started. This dog does not like me, but I guess she likes walking enough to tolerate me. We're literally running like 6:30 per mile pace right now. So yeah, I did like 1,000 meters with the dog. Now I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna finish the warm up. I've got this loop in this neighborhood that's not too far from here. Probably like 1.5 miles from here. I know if I go to a track, like there's no track around here. Closest thing we have like a paved, like asphalt track. I feel like most of the summers has to be ragtag runs, random things. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're at 2.1 miles. I think the loop's 0.75. So I gotta jog the loop. It's around 3 miles. And we'll start the workout. $6:55 for that mile. 21 minutes for the warm up. Get the heart rate up a little bit. See if we can find that right rhythm. I think my pace is technically supposed to be 5-minute pace, but hitting 5-minute pace when it's 80 degrees outside for your threshold is like probably not gonna happen. Just kind of how it goes. So I just try to find that right rhythm, try to get the heart rate up and elevated, and then just hold it right there on that threshold for 3. We're doing 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Those are our reps today. So 3-minute rep to start. We're gonna roll. Goal is to be comfortable with this one. All right, rep 1 is complete. Feels like I found the right rhythm, and that rhythm's like 5:17 per mile. Of course, it's the first rep, so maybe I can progress a little bit, but the anaerobic threshold pace is technically a pace that if you were to race it, you could hold it for an hour. So a good indicator of effort right here is just like, if I think I could hold that pace for an hour. So it's a 4-minute rep. Just gonna find that rhythm and roll. Averaging about 5:14 per mile. It's manageable. What's the goal of these? Comfortable? 5-minute rep. About 5-10 pace. That was a 5-minute rep. All right, so we're at about 2 minutes and 10-second rest. We get 2:30 on this rep. And then we're doing a 3-minute rep, and we're going back to the house. So be as smooth as possible. That's what we're gonna keep. We're gonna keep that kind of effort up, and I'm gonna jog for about 3 minutes. Gonna go for about, maybe not quite a jog. Maybe ANC pace for 3 minutes, but 3 minutes, 5:04 per mile pace. Got the heart rate up, which is the goal. So now, jogging back to the house. All right, so definitely a successful workout. I think I nailed the effort. The effort was like perfect. The heart rate data I think is a little bit off. It said it was like 140 whenever I'm running 5:05 pace in 80-degree weather. So I don't think that was the case, and it kind of looked, it was actually higher on the cool down than it was in the middle of like the 5-minute rep. So I'm not really trusting the data right now. I didn't wear the heart rate strap, so I'm not really trusting the wrist-based because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but the effort felt right, and that's like the big thing that I'm trying to focus on. But yeah, I'm about to make some eggs and get some breakfast. I'm pretty hungry right now. I feel like I could eat a whole lot of food. So So instead of sitting and packing right now, I'm just painting because that sounds like more fun than sitting and packing. I guess it's just procrastination maybe, but I'll get packed at some point today because I'm leaving tomorrow. Like there's no way I'm not gonna leave. There's no way I'm not gonna get packed. So what I'm doing right now, I'm painting. So I painted this canvas right here, and it has kind of a gradient on it, and it's like a purple into orange and yellow all the way down into kind of a reddish pink. And then I'm gonna enlarge this and put it right here in the middle, and then it's gonna be a buck and bronco with a cowboy on it. and then I'm gonna hang this up on a wall someplace. So hopefully it can come together well. I don't know, I've never done any project like this. I like how the canvas came out. I like how the blending kind of all came together with the colors and everything. As far as what this is gonna look like after I sit and like draw it and then paint over it, I have no clue. It could look terrible, and if it looks terrible, I guess I'll just scrap it and that'll be it. But this is what we got. This is the final. I think it looks pretty good. I don't know. I don't do art, so I don't paint. Never taken like a painting class or anything, so I think it looks kind of cool. Put it up someplace. So, as I'm reflecting on the run today, I think there's a big thing that can be said about running the appropriate effort, and I think effort is just the biggest thing that you need to focus on whenever you're in the summer. None of your summer runs should feel like you struggle to complete them. None of your summer workouts should feel like you struggle to complete them. They should be just challenging enough to where you're like, okay, that was a good workout, but it went nowhere close to the reserves or the well or whatever you want to call it. We have to dig super deep. None of them should really feel like that. They should all just be like these steady, consistent, progressive builds towards what your ultimate fitness goals are. So if you're in college, if you're in high school, your summer is a place where you're going to build your base fitness. And your base fitness can be achieved in a few different ways. There's a lot of schools that will literally just be like, hey, just go run miles. I know CU, Colorado, like literally Coach Wetmore will tell them, hey, just go run over the summer. And that's an incredible way to do it. Like he just says, yeah, go run, and he knows that they're going to go run 100 miles a week, 110 miles a week, and they're not really going to do any crazy workouts, and whenever they come back, he's going to kill them with workouts, and like that's just kind of how it goes. Oklahoma State kind of has a similar type of thing going. They won't do workouts until October, or at least that's what I've heard. If anybody is here from Oklahoma State, or if anybody knows anybody from Oklahoma State, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I've heard from Oklahoma State is that they will literally just run base miles, and they'll run 110, 115 miles a week, and then by the time they make it to October, they have such strong aerobic systems that they just need a little bit of sharpening, and then they go and run nationals in November, and they're incredible. It relates a lot back to Arthur Lydiard. He was the guy that said, hey, he was a running scientist, pretty much said if you run 100-mile weeks, like you're gonna get super fit and you're gonna be able to race the 8K or 10K really well. Hey, if you train like you're training for a marathon, you'll actually be really good in the shorter distances too. Because you have such aerobic development. And with that aerobic development, once you start sharpening and doing faster workouts, it ends up making you a faster runner. And so that was kind of what his philosophy was. I'm off on a little bit of a tangent. What I'm talking about right now though is that the summer phase of mileage is where you're really just trying to build fitness, build your aerobic system. You're not trying to run super hard workouts. You're not trying to exhaust yourself. You don't need to feel like you've gone to the well. You don't need to feel like you've reached as far as you could possibly go. You don't need to feel like it was impossible to finish the workout. Everything needs to be under control. But the biggest thing with today's workout was I just got out there, and I know we had these paces, we had these numbers in mind, we had these things we wanted to achieve as far as numbers went, and I said, the numbers don't matter right now. It's 9 a.m., it's 80 degrees out here. The pace isn't going to be fast. I just have to find the right effort, find that threshold, and run that right effort. That was what was in my mind. I was like, okay, if I had to hold this pace for an hour, could I hold this 5:10 pace? It would have been challenging to hold it for an hour. I'm not sure if I could have done that. It was hot and humid, but I didn't feel like I pushed too far past that threshold. I felt like I was right there on it, and because of that, the workout today wasn't exhausting. You just have to find that natural effort in between being too slow and hitting a pace. Sometimes the pace is the right effort, and sometimes the pace is completely the wrong effort, and your heart rate gets way too high and you're running way past what your threshold should be, and you aren't hitting the workout at all. You aren't getting the benefits from the workout that you were trying to do. There's just this balance that you have to find whenever you're building up mileage and you're trying to run in the summer, you're trying to do workouts, and you're trying to just get super fit. And so that's the balance that I'm going to try to strike tomorrow. And tomorrow's workout, that's the balance I was able to find today. And I think the biggest thing you have to do is just find the right effort and not worry about the pace. Like, the pace is there, it's a number, it's a range, it's an area that you try to go to, but it's not it shouldn't be the end all say all of what you're doing. It's 9:29 at night. I'm going to bed, and I'm waking up and driving to Austin, Texas tomorrow. And then I'm going to Boulder. So let's do this thing. This this is like the best weather that we've had for sure all summer. I don't know, maybe I'm just waking up at a reasonable time, but
this weather's perfect. Got 45 minutes of running today. Gonna take the first 7 minutes to kind of ease into it. Gonna be like 6-minute pace for like 38 minutes or so. And if you have the option to split it up into a 25 and a 20, I'll see what that feels like. I think I could comfortably roll 6 flat pace for the whole thing if I needed to. All right, first mile, 7:05. So now we're gonna start cutting down a little bit so we find a good rhythm around 6 flat pace. And just hold that for like 38 minutes. All right, so mile 2, 6:04. Trying to find a nice rhythm. That's about all I gotta say. So mile 3 was 5:46. The weather feels pretty nice out here, like we said earlier, so splits are happening a little bit easier. Just trying to find that rhythm. Mile 4 was 5:40. Still feel like I'm in a decent rhythm. Feel like I found it. Got the heart rate up, get the breathing up. Now we just hold it. Mile 5 was 5:35. We're just kind of going right now. Doesn't feel too hard. So like, have a little over 2 miles left. I think I can just hold this pace. All right, so mile 6 was 5:36. We got the heart rate up for sure. Now we're just holding the effort steady. Mile 7, 5:35. Now we just gotta make it to 45 minutes. We're at 44:30. Definitely got the heart rate up. But almost done. So, good workout. That's 45. Yep. The weather was just so nice on that one. It's hard to not like run a little bit faster. All right, so we are now on the road, headed to Austin, Texas. We're not officially on the road yet. We're still on the driveway, but we're about to be on the road. Yeah, we got about a 10-hour drive ahead. The run this morning was good, 7.5 miles at around 5:53 per mile. Last 5 miles or so at 5:35 pace, 5:40 pace. So I'd say it was good. The weather was so nice. Couldn't ask for anything better. But yeah, now we're gonna roll. Let's get on the road.
Excited about his pain-free run.
Running with the Buffaloes on audiobook.
Fired.
Quick coffee stop before lunch. And I'm gonna stop at Mary Grace's house and get a little lunch there. And then back on the road for another 7 hours after that. Beverages have been obtained. It's kind of the goal. I wanted to get some coffee. And I'm gonna bring Mary Grace a coffee. Back on the road. And I'm gonna make it to Clinton, get some food. And then we're driving all the way out to Round Rock, Texas. So over here getting some lunch. Home cooked meal.
Okay.
It was either a home cooked meal or McDonald's. So we showed up over here. And then we got carrots and potatoes down here too. It was 11 for a second. Carrots, potatoes, beef, rice. Okay. I'm gonna go drive 7 more hours. Alright, bye. Alright, so made it into Round Rock. I think the plan is to wake up tomorrow, go for a little bit of a run. Not doing anything crazy. We've had 2 workouts over the last 2 days. and so really just trying to control the effort, keep it simple. But yeah, just going for a run, probably 6-7 miles, something like that. Just easy. Especially after the drive today, just driving all day, it'll be good to shake the legs out, get some of that tightness out of the legs. And probably meet up with some of the guys from BPN tomorrow afternoon. Also planning on editing, getting some of the footage offloaded, being sure I can update you guys with some videos and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm thinking I'm gonna be doing, but yeah. Alright, so it's a beautiful day here in Round Rock, Texas. It's kind of windy, overcast. The weather's not too bad. Drive and the workouts over the last 2 days are kind of catching up to me a little bit. So today we're just gonna keep it easy. Just run some easy miles. Like that's a lot of what the summer is. It's just like, can we run easy miles and build up the aerobic system to be as strong as it possibly can be? And the stronger that base is, the better you're gonna be in the fall. And so today is like just one of those easy days. Just let my body recover. Probably running 6 miles today. So. Alright, so I'm staying with my cousins for a couple days, and they actually live pretty close to BPN HQ. So I'm gonna go jog over to BPN and check it out. I've never been over there, so go one more. Brutal out here. I'm like 4 miles and I'm drenched. Trying to just run off effort, but I don't feel like I'm adapted well enough to this. I'm not like dying, but it's a tough run. 6:51. Definitely botched the effort. I guess it's just the humidity and the heat, and then on the hills, and then full day of travel yesterday. Everything's just tired right now. So should have gone a little bit slower, but I guess we'll do that tomorrow. Coffee. Coffee shop's kind of sick. Sitting over here in like a nook, trying to import a bunch of footage. Lunch now. We got sausage, baby spinach, and then pasta. Planning on going to lift in like an hour with the BPN team. I don't know how much of a lift I'm gonna do, but this is some crazy.
I keep my socks on.
How many people are in there right now? 600?
Yeah, a couple crazy.
A couple dozen. I'll be in a moment. Alright, what am I getting myself into?
Oh my God, you're bringing that thing in here?
That's good.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
Boom!
It explodes.
So it's
fogging up a little bit.
Look at this.
Man, clear that up. So guys,
Wow.
picture Brock in the sauna. Did it work?
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Hey. Oh yeah. Nice. Oh, wait. Oh, it's back. You're
It's
good?
back.
It's back.
Welcome back to the
daily sauna. We're here just hanging out in the sauna. Yeah, 24-hour sauna challenge.
350 degrees.
We'll check back in an hour.
Yeah, let's see if we're still alive.
We're still passed out here.
So just did like 50 minutes in the sauna. Probably a bit too long. It wasn't that hot though, so I was just sitting there. I was talking to Ian, and we were just chilling. I don't know, heading out pretty soon, then going to get some dinner with Nico and Fonz and Luke and Hope. So going to Cabo Bob's, which I think is like a Chipotle type place. Get some burritos. I imagine they're gonna be pretty good. I'm not sure though. I've never been to Cabo Bob's.
Look at this man.
It's Hope.
Go, baby. How's it going, bro?
He's got a pump.
Car. I heard you got all the lights on in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Brock took every single parking spot at Cabo Bob's. How messed up is
I did.
that?
Every single one. So now you have nowhere to go.
I'm actually gonna try and squeeze that right here.
Hey!
That is insane.
The world's largest.
You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing like this in Mississippi.
I think that's 30 pounds.
That'll fuel you for your long run.
Yeah.
This is the fuel of Texas, baby.
That's fueling for performance right there.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen this in Mississippi, eh?
I don't think we have that in Mississippi.
What is like the food of Mississippi?
We got all sorts of it. We got good food.
Alright, so it's like 10 a.m. right now, and surprisingly enough, it feels pretty cool. I wasn't really expecting this. I expected to walk out here and for it to be like 100 degrees, but it's not. So it feels pretty dang good right now. I'm gonna go get my shoes out of my car, and then plans to go for a little 6-7 mile run. Alright, so the goal today is just to nail this effort. I'd rather the effort be a little bit slower than faster. I'm just trying to recover. We have a long run planned tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that long run tomorrow. I might have to push it to Sunday, and even then I'm gonna be driving all day Sunday. So I gotta figure that out, but for the most part, just pretty much gonna be trying to run easy today, doing about 6-7 miles and doing whatever the body feels like, so.
Definitely hitting the right effort today. Controlling it. Not pushing anywhere over. Feels good. Feels like an actual recovery day. About to hit a big climb. There's a nice little hill in this neighborhood. I think I'm just gonna go 6 today since I went a little bit over. A little bit harder yesterday on accident. Just because it was so hot and humid. But I feel like an actual 6 mile recovery day is gonna be best suited for me right now. All right, so 6 miles at 7:25 per mile. Felt pretty good. Sun's starting to come out, but it's still pretty cool out here, so definitely an enjoyable run. Definitely felt like it was right on par with what I needed to do today. So I'm gonna go inside, get some breakfast, and get the day started. Alright, so just made it to Peached Social House in Austin, and this is where they're doing the mango gel launch party for Sally McRae. These gels launch on Monday, but right now we're just kind of having a party, hanging out. Should be a good time. I'm not really sure what to expect. They have tacos. That's about all I know. So I'm gonna go in there, check it out. I think Hope's literally in the car next to me. So, yeah.
Go Gel collaboration with Sally was a perfect pair. And we asked her what flavor she wanted to do. We ended up working towards this mango flavor, calling it we had this great deep.
Move into my element and what I know to be my purpose here on the earth, and that is to encourage people.
All these lights on right here.
I'm just talking to a mechanic. He said it's not a big deal, and none of those lights really matter. So, oh well.
Made it to Greenville.
Camera lens is fogging up. So you know it's good weather, you know? The camera lens fogs up and it's midnight, almost 1 a.m.
And now we've arrived.
So it's the next day. Slept pretty well last night. I had my family thing that I went to. It was kind of like a funeral for one of my relatives. Just finished up with that, and now I think I'm just gonna drive all the way to Boulder. It's about 12 and a half hours from here, and it's 11 a.m. right now. Anyways, let's get on the road.
Won't be long. I'm there before the setting sun, for you to fall into my arms, the place I call my home. I was looking to belong when I already found my home.
Oh God, yeah,
We've arrived.
with his freaking bed sheets.
Yeah. After months of driving.
I was planning on going up through like Santa Fe, like that, like New Mexico, not quite Santa Fe, it doesn't go all the way over, but Amarillo through New Mexico, up like Pueblo, Colorado Springs. Next thing I know, I'm driving through Oklahoma and I'm like, this isn't right. I end up in Kansas, dude. I'm driving across Kansas and I'm just like, I could be in the middle of New Mexico right now. Mountains, like watching the mountains with the sunset, and then I just ended up in the middle of Kansas with fields, and I was like, dude, I have 9 hours left of Kansas. That felt like one of the longest drives of my entire life, but sometimes it just feels that way. It just kind of kept going on. That last hour was just brutal, but it was fine. Planning on going to church tomorrow, meeting up with my friend Mike, and we're going to go to Pinewood Church here in Boulder, and then after that, gonna pack up, gonna kind of move some stuff in the room, get some stuff kind of organized, and then planning on running tomorrow evening, getting my long run in. It'll probably be like 10 to 13 miles, depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, that's the plan for now. I'll see you guys in the morning. Let's do this.
That chair is exactly what we needed. Let's give it. We gotta catch up the vlog.
I needed a chair for my desk. Needed a chair for my desk. This is what we. Sorry about that. Dude, look at that intake was kind of cool.
So we ended up with this chair right here. Should work.
Should get the job done. All right, so it's almost 6 p.m. and I've just kind of been hanging out for most of the day. Had lunch, and then I've mainly been unpacking. Me and Noah took a trip over to like Goodwill and wandered around and looked for some chairs. I'll show you what the room looks like now. We got everything kind of set up.
So after the Goodwill trip, we were able to find this chair. I have stuff on it right now. We found this chair, and then we had the desk. Got some more. Got our coffee station over there. Got all my sups under there. I might put them in the kitchen someplace, but
for now, that's where they're gonna stay. And yeah, I would say it's a pretty good setup so far, but the plan right now is to go out, and I'm probably going to drive over to Tom Watson Park, and I'm trying to get a little bit of a long run in. I don't know how far I'm going to go, maybe somewhere between 10 and 13 miles, see if I can just run something steady. I would try to push it, but I just don't think that is the best thing to do first day at altitude. It's kind of just like, yeah, let's just get the miles in, let's try to make it as comfortable as we can and just get the work done. So that's kind of what today's run is going to be. If the pace is naturally fast, like it'll be fast, but I just don't see that happening first day at altitude, but you never really know. Especially after driving for 12 hours yesterday, like it's just, I feel like my body's gonna be tired, and mentally I'm probably a little bit more fatigued than I usually would be. So keeping that in mind as I'm getting ready for this. Gonna mix up some G1M and then we can get rolling.
Open my eyes, I slept through the day. Slept through the day, feeling uneasy, I push it away. Push it away. Last night was fun, don't feel like today. Feel like today, let's do it again, let's go on a date.
Alright, so about to hop out of here, get this run in. Hopefully I don't die today. Hopefully the weather is nice to me, and hopefully the altitude is nice to me, and I end up on top after this, but I guess you never know. So we're gonna give it a go, see if we can get some good miles in. First run in Boulder. Hopefully it treats me well. The weather feels like cool and nice, but like it definitely feels the breathing's a little bit harder, which is exactly what I expected. So just kind of cruising. Definitely like a good aerobic effort. That's what we try to do on long runs. So just having to believing I can go all the way on this one. Believing in myself to maintain the effort. That's really the key. That's what I'm finding. Making it. It's not feeling too bad, but I think I'm only gonna go to 10. Just play it on the safe side. This is like my first run at altitude. Not feeling bad. I kind of feel like I could run forever right now. It's almost like I got a second wind or something. We're just clipping off some miles. It's just on a downhill stretch, so it always makes it easier, but still not too bad. This is mile 9. It's been a good run. Mile 10 and 6:01. Good run. Gorgeous out here. Perfect conditions for a run. I was pleasantly surprised at how cool it was. I felt good. Now time to rest, recover, and come back out tomorrow, run a little bit more. New Kane XVPN shoes, recovery. Pretty dang comfortable. Oh, that run went super well. I would say it's great for like the first run in Boulder. Just I haven't yet acclimated. That was just kind of a, hey, let's get out there and run and see what happens. So I was really happy with the effort. I was happy with the way it went. Being able to just do 10 miles at 6:18 pace. I thought about doing 13. I was thinking about it, but then I figured after I was like splitting off 6 flats, I was like, no, it's probably better to just do 10, and we'll figure out what the recovery for that looks like tomorrow, because that's the thing with altitude, is that it takes a good bit to recover. One of the hardest things to do at altitude is to recover, and so I figured it was probably good not to just run my body into oblivion and then not be able to recover for like 5 days. And so that's kind of like, I was like, yeah, 10 is good, 13 is probably a bit too much, so we're not going to go all the way there. Trying to figure out how to run the right effort in the summer is so much of a challenge sometimes, because your summers aren't supposed to be super hard. They aren't supposed to be like this thing that you're really like digging, going to the well on every run, you're doing these crazy workouts. Like none of that is supposed to happen in the summer. So on the days where you do go a little bit harder, it's important to find what that right effort is, and usually it's a deep aerobic stimulus. It's not anaerobic. You're not trying to build up a bunch of lactic acid in your legs. You're just trying to like really tax that aerobic system. And so on a day like today where I'm given a little bit more free rein, I just try to push a little bit harder than I would on like an easy day, because I just know that that's going to be the best way that I can build up that aerobic system and tax that aerobic system to where my body can respond, and I'll be the best athlete that I can possibly be. On the way here to Boulder, I was listening to this audiobook called Endure by Alex Hutchinson. And one of the biggest things he was talking about in the book is that in order to be successful, he's like, what the elite athletes pretty much have is this undying belief in themselves. And because they have this undying belief in themselves and what they're capable of, Eliud Kipchoge, like he talked about all these different athletes and their ability to push their limits and went through all these different case studies. But the biggest thing that set the elite of the elite apart was their undying belief in themselves and what their capabilities were, and a belief that they could complete the challenge they were going after. And I think that's one of the biggest things you have to carry into your training. You have to be like, yeah, like I have this belief in myself. I have this belief that I will be able to accomplish whatever challenges are in front of me. Because so much of running is a mental battle. So much of training is a mental battle. It's like the more you believe in your capabilities, the stronger the athlete you're gonna be. That all ties into effort as well. That ties into those challenging days, those hard workouts, those races that you're going after. Like on those days, that's whenever you have to have the belief that you can complete the workout, and with that belief, it allows you to actually be the best athlete you can possibly be whenever you step on the track and you're doing those intervals, or you're out there on the grass like racing in cross country season, or you're doing a marathon, you're out on the roads. Like having that undying belief in your strength that you've practiced over and over and over again in training and practice in the workouts you've been doing is ultimately what will allow you to run the best of your ability. That's something that I'm keeping in mind as I'm training this summer and as I'm building into a strong cross-country season. The stronger I believe that the training I'm putting in is actually yielding results, the better the runner I'm going to be, and the better I'm going to perform in the fall, and the better I'm going to perform in the workouts throughout the summer. And I just have to practice that belief over and over and over again and sharpen that skill. A result of doing this over and over and over again is becoming the best athlete that I can be. So that's what we're practicing right now. That's what we're going after. And I think everyone should go after that. So thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you made it this far, that's freaking crazy because this was a long video. But if you like this format of video, just let me know. Drop a comment down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.